Good afternoon. Welcome to Keep It Moving. My name is Brenda, and I'm your host for today. I come to you to talk about a little of everything, from fashion to inspire you to um, politics, everything that's happening around our world today. I'm talking especially to the Over the Hill gang, or I don't want to call us over the hill because I'm 76 and I still know that I got life left in me. But I'm coming to talk to the 60, 70, 80s, and 90-year-olds. Uh, One of the things that I'd like to just talk to them about things that inspire them, to motivate them to get off the couch, to get behind that walker, that cane, get in the wheelchair, whatever it takes to keep it moving. Because truly, if you don't use it, you will lose it. And we don't want to lose it, I'm sure. So I'm here to say, keep it moving. You know, it's so much happening in the world today. Today is Sunday, March the 23rd. And, they voted in a president. And I say they because I didn't vote for him. Just crazy. He's like a little child. It's like he's very vindictive, and you can't be in politics and be vindictive because you can look at it like this. You know there's going to be people who don't like you, so just be prepared for it. Don't have such a thin skin. He's one to impeach the judges for doing their job. He sent planes over to El Salvador illegally, and he knows it, and that's why he can't tell the judge exactly what time the planes left. And so he hard and lying, and now he's trying to get some more powers. I don't have to tell you what time the planes left. I mean, really, law and order president, lawless president, who doesn't believe in the law, who doesn't believe in the Constitution, who I believe with everything in me wants one day to be president of the United States. And again, for the third term is what I'm talking about. He's already been president for one term, and he's going into his second term. We couldn't take 3 terms of Trump. We would have no government as we know it. It's beginning not to even look like the government we know it now. Now, y'all seniors, listen up. Get on that phone. Call them senators. Call those congressmen. Because guess what? He's messing with our Social Security. And he gets on Fox and he lies. He says, I'm not I'm not touching Social Security. Well, then why are you laying off 7,000 workers? Why are you threatening to not have this phone system where seniors could call in, and get whatever their needs met? Why are you doing that then? Why not add some people to Social Security? Because Social Security can be a little slow, y'all. But I tell you one thing, your check is always on time. And I'm going to tell you something. He hasn't seen uprising until he begins to take those checks away from seniors and make them late. Now, I don't know about you, but I depend on my Social Security check. I depend on it because it pays my rent, it pays my car note, it buys my groceries, it pays my light bill, it pays my insurances for my car. So I depend on it. And it's not an entitlement, as he tries to say, but yes, it is an entitlement. I take that all back because I'm entitled to it because I have paid into Social Security since I was 16 years old when I got my first job, believe it or not, working for the government. I was working for a place called Fort Sheridan near Chicago, and I got a summer job there as a clerk typist. That was my very first job, and it allowed me to be able to save money for school. The next year, I was going to be a senior, and my parents They had 10 other children. I was the oldest of 10. And so it was a help to us. I mean, I was only making like $1.25 an hour, but honey, $1.25 an hour back in 1965 was quite a bit of money. So I'm still paying because I'm still working. I work part-time, trying to, have a little extra. And so, and they take it out now, and I will never see that money, but it's okay. It's okay because that's how it works. Somebody paid in for me, and I'm paying in for somebody else. But I just want you to be aware. Open up your eyes. Don't say later, I didn't know, I didn't think they could do it. Trust me, they can do it. There's a lot of things he's been doing that I didn't think he can do. He's already into the Social Security, into their system. He's already into their on their websites, into their system. He's got all these little young guys who think they know everything, and they've got rid of some of the people who do know what they're doing, who make sure that we have our checks on time. So I'm going to tell you, I went to church today. I go to church every Sunday that I'm near my church. And I'm just going to say, I pray every day. But I did a special prayer today because the one thing I know, God is still in control. That I know. He's still the King of Kings, and he's still the Lord of Lords. So no matter what they do, they cannot do it unless God allows them to. So we just got to do our part, and he's going to do the rest. I'm confident in that. Well, I'm off of the... I'm going to stop talking about Trump and what's happening in our government, because one thing I do know, that this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. The one thing that I wanted to talk about, and I guess I'm thinking about it because, sometimes people go out and their breath stink. I'm just going to tell you just like it is. And they be up in your face and they be talking to you, and you be saying, is there anything else you want to say? And, when you're at church and, and somebody runs and hugs you and you can smell the breath without them maybe saying, hi, how you doing? And it bothers me. And I know sometimes all age groups' breath stink. And sometimes when you're older, because of gum diseases or problems you're having with your stomach. I had a girlfriend just today ask me about that. And I told her, she says, well, she had been using mouthwash, but her breath still smelled. And I said, you know what? Why don't you get TheraBreath? That's what made me think of this, because I will advertise for this. I don't get a penny for telling y'all about this. I just want y'all to have fresh breath, because you do not want to have stink breath, because you do not want to get up in anybody's face. Don't nobody want to smell your breath. And my boyfriend was telling me that last week a nurse got in his face, and he said, Brenda, I could not breathe. Her breath was so bad. Now, that's a shame when the nurse smells. Her breath smells, and she's trying to take care of a patient, and he's getting sicker because he's smelling her breath. But I guarantee you, with their breath, you won't have that problem. Now, under directions, I was just reading them. Sometimes I don't read directions. I should. And it was saying take 2 teaspoons, gargle for 90 seconds. So I'm going to tell you what the directions say. In the morning, and take 2 teaspoons and gargle for 90 seconds at night. Now, I'm going to just tell you full disclosure, I only do it once a day. However, my breath stays fresh until the next morning, ever since I've been using that. You know how people have morning breath? I don't have it. But I'm going to tell you what the bottle says. So if you want to make sure that your breath does not smell. Do the teaspoons, gargle real, take it back to the back of your mouth and gargle, and do it for a minute and a half or 90 seconds. If you don't have any something handy, just count to 90. When you count to 90, that should be enough. And then every evening before you go to bed, you can use this also if you feel the need for it. Maybe you want to start out using it twice a day. But if you don't see a need for it, you don't need it. But they give you the best possible scenario. So just don't be like me. Do like the Bible say. Use it twice a day, and I guarantee you'll have fresh breath. Now, I've had people say that, well, I use Listerine and that doesn't seem to work. Point well taken. That's why you get their breath. Listerine works wonderfully for some people, but some of us have other problems. We have bleeding gums. We have stomach problems. All of that manifests in your mouth. So make sure that you get their breath, where your breath will always be fresh, morning, noon, and night. Well, so much for being on the bandwagon today. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to say have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy yourself. I hope you all went to church, and the church of your choice. I hope you all went. I love going to church because it frills me up. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world. I need all the help I can, and I know God is everywhere, but it's kind of nice when you get with a group of like-minded people and they're thinking the same way as you. It's kind of nice when you can do that and fellowship, because it's all about the fellowship at church. It's all about the family. If you don't have a family, start going to church. You'd be surprised. People will reach out to you if you want to be reached out to. Well, y'all have a nice Sunday, and I'm going to sign out. Until next time, remember to keep it moving. Love y'all.